Okay, so this is the real deal here. 2020, everyone probably started the new year with resolutions, and I decided that I was not going to make resolutions. But one thing I thought I would do is challenge myself. And so the challenge was to stop chewing my fingernails. I have for my whole life, all the live long day, I have like picked at my nails or chewed my nails when I was nervous. And so, I mean, I've tried everything. So if you're out there and you understand the pain, you probably have tried all the things too. So I had the nail stuff that's not supposed to taste good. I tried that. I tried, my parents tried to bribe me when I was younger. Like they would pay me if I would stop chewing for X amount of time, and that never worked. The only thing that really worked was when I was pregnant and was anxious and paranoid about germs. And so then I would keep my my hands out of my mouth. And I think when I got married, I actually wanted to be able to paint my nails, and so I stopped that as well. So I have gone now 26 days without doing that, and so you can't really tell because my nails were super short before I started this. But one thing I noticed in just kind of setting a goal rather than saying it was going to be a New Year's resolution, the goal was to take better care of myself. And so when I thought about that in respect to taking care of my hands and my nails, I thought about the number of times that I've gotten so nervous and over silly things, you guys, like football games and movies and just things that, in the grand scheme of things don't really matter. Do you want your team to win? Of course you do. Of course I do. But this year I wore gloves during the football season so that I wouldn't pick. And so anyway, I think, when we think about just the ways that we hurt ourselves even, it's not healthy to have super short nails. And also just the number of times that it actually physically hurt. So happy to say that it's been 26 days that I've stuck to that. Now, that brings us to tomorrow, which is Monday, and I think Monday is the 27th. So Monday the 27th, and this brings me to the reason why I'm actually making this video. A couple years back, let's go back even further. In 2015, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and that was not my first cancer diagnosis. That was my second. And since 2015 and breast cancer, I have been also diagnosed with skin cancer. So I need to watch it, and I need to take good care of myself. And in some respects, I thought that I was taking good care of myself. However, since my first cancer diagnosis in 1991 with bone cancer, that was my first cancer diagnosis. I was in high school and I had a year of chemo. I was inpatient, and then I had limb salvage surgery. So I have a bum knee, put it that way. And so that kind of limits my physical activity. But I have since then been also diagnosed. You guys, you're going to get sick of hearing diagnosis. I've since been diagnosed with diabetes as well. And they think that it's chemo induced. So I don't really fit into like the type 1 or type 2 categories. And so they've tried to treat it in different ways, and nothing has worked very well. long story short, I have, come to understand that cancer is fed by sugar. And so that is doubly concerning for me in that I'm diabetic and a cancer survivor and don't want to be feeding any potential cancers there with the excess of sugar in my system. Right? So I have decided to try something. And, I've tried different nutrition plans and eating plans, and I don't like to say diets because I don't just jump on fad diets. I like to go with things that are really tried and true, the proven, So that brings us to tomorrow when I will be starting the 21-day fix through Beachbody. And I have to say, after a week or two, actually, of watching all the videos and reading the book, and then tonight I spent an hour and a half maybe in the grocery store kind of stocking up and just trying to get like my pantry in order. And I even bought some containers so that I can meal plan, and then I can have that in there in my refrigerator, and then I can have it for work or just the day even. I have to say, it was a lot of money, a lot of time. Now, when I say that it was a lot of money, I don't want to scare anyone off because I just realized like I needed some supplies in my pantry. Now, these aren't things I'm going to be going to buy every week. I mean, these things will probably last for a month or two, if not more, some of them. And so I know that it's not going to be this big of an investment every single week. I know that it won't take that long every single week. I'll be learning. But I just have to say, I am tired. I'm so tired. And I think, frustrated, or I'm trying to put my finger on it. I'm overwhelmed, I think. Like, it's a lot of information, which is great because I need that. I need to know why I'm doing it, how it's going to help, what all the things are. But I also, like I said, it is a lot of information. And so I'm tired and just thinking about having to keep all that up. So anyway, I did weigh myself tonight. I didn't measure, but I weighed, and I took the before pictures, and we'll see. I've been taking pictures of my nails too along the way. The first week, then 2 weeks in, and then 3 weeks in, and I'm just gonna see. I'm doing that more for myself and for posterity rather than anything. But I thought, as far as like documenting this 21-day fix and the journey I'm about to embark on, I just felt like this was really a really good venue for that, because I know so many people try to lose weight, or maybe even try to manage their blood sugars, or just know that they should eat more healthy, and they're not really sure how to do that. And so I really believe in the philosophy of the 21-day fix, in that it's portion control, and it's also about knowing how to read labels and finding the whole foods, not manufactured foods, not highly processed foods. And so I believe in that. I can get behind that, and I understand that. I think I'm just a little bit nervous about the execution. So I have all my food prep. Well, I don't have anything prepped yet. I have all my food bought, and I know what my week is going to look like. So then tomorrow morning, after I have my Shakeology shake, I will be meal prepping for the rest of the week. It was supposed to be today, but we have had flu in our house all week long, and I was too tired after taking care of 3 children, one right after the other with the flu. So I gave myself a pass on that and figured that tomorrow morning will be just fine for meal prep. So I will let you know how that goes. I'll keep checking in here. And if you are planning on doing something like this, if you just want to check in and see how I'm doing, please do. Be happy to encourage you and talk to you and give you some information if you need information. If you want to hear how things are going, have any questions for me, feel free. I have, a couple years ago, I actually made a video series on wellness, mind, body, spirit wellness. And it was, I was going through the breast cancer treatment, and then healing from that. And so wellness is very important to me because I know what it's like when that's taken from you. And I think it's something that we often take for granted. And to be honest, I think that many of us don't realize how unwell we are until we make little changes like this. So, and this is not a little change, but I'm just saying, like, if you made a little change, then you might see, wow, this is amazing how much better I feel. So if you want to try it, even just a little bit, one of the first things that I would suggest, if you're like, yeah, that sounds great, but I don't want to join Beachbody, or I don't want to commit to 21 days, or whatever that thing is for you right now, the first thing that I would suggest is stop drinking pop. And depending on where you are in the world, perhaps you call it soda, but stop drinking that stuff. It's so full of sugar, and the carbonation actually will give you acid reflux. So if you struggle with acid reflux or that kind of thing, I have taken now to drinking carbonated water. Oddly, like after giving up, I think I gave up soda pop many years ago in grad school, actually. So, gosh, almost 20. You guys, you're going to know how old I am then. Almost 20 years ago when I was in grad school. So that was a long time, but for some reason I wanted something carbonated and started drinking that. But I have noticed then that my acid reflux or my heartburn is worse when I drink that stuff. So if you struggle with acid reflux or heartburn, that might be something you want to take a crack at. Okay, so I think that's enough for now. I am going to sign off, starting 21 Day Fix tomorrow, continuing not to chew, bite, pick the nails. They're going to stay nice and fresh and clean. And I will let you know if I get energized. I feel like I look so tired. Sorry. I mean, I'm not sleepy, but I feel like I look sleepy. Anyway, I'll let you know how the 21 Day Fix goes for me. And really, the 21 Day Fix for me is about managing my blood sugar. It's about getting that number down. If I lose 5 to 10 pounds in the process, I think that would probably help me. And if I work to build some muscle, because muscle burns fat, then that would probably help me too. I need to ramp things up so that when I do eat carbs or sugar, and though I try to stay away from it, but any sugar, then my body will be able to utilize it because of the muscle, the hungry muscles, and then it will not just serve to increase my blood sugar number. So I'll keep you posted on that. And again, if you are working to manage your blood sugar, if you are working to lose some weight or to get into shape, I just encourage you to decide why you want to do this. Keep that as your focus, and then just take a small step. Stop drinking pop. That would be one huge step. Or if you drink coffee and douse it with sugar, try stevia in your coffee instead of sugar. Just, letting go of one little aspect of unhealthy eating or drinking in this case can really have a huge impact, and you would just be amazed. So I guess that's my challenge to you. And if you want to start somewhere, that's where I'd start. But I will let you know how it goes in later days. But for now, I guess I will kind of try to shut it down and get some sleep. Because like I said, I feel like I look so tired. I'm really not that tired. That's okay. I'll talk to you later. I'll let you know how it goes. Until next time, be well.